Yeah, so definitely a chance of making it out here. And we've got a lot of matches to obviously play today. We've got 5 more. That was only a sixth of what we have coming up. But from an analytical point of view, I felt like both teams had their stumbling blocks. And if they continue that when they're playing against a team like X6tence, a team like Planetkey, they're going to have huge problems later on.
Yeah, that's the thing. We were talking about it. The two favorites to really make it out of the group here, they are still coming up. So X6tence and Planetkey Dynamics, those two teams are going to be our favorites to make it out. And you can't really you can't really make these big of mistakes as we've seen, maybe talking about that spray control. We've seen a lot of sprays just going horribly wrong. You can't allow yourself to do something like that going up against, one of those teams coming up. Talking about the second match, we're already doing that. But what is your opinion about that? Planetkey Dynamics, probably the favorite in this one, but maybe not for you.
Wow. I'm not really sure. This is a matchup with a lot more skill than we just saw. However, I don't know if it'll be as close. I don't think you can ever really generally predict a overtime game. However, like we're obviously 20 minutes over because that game went so long and so far. It was a really brilliant performance from Namasa in the last in the last game. However, X6tence and Planetkey, I feel like it's another game that could go the distance. I don't know. Do we have any maps early on?
Not that I know. So I don't think so, unfortunately.
Okay.
We will just have to wait until the game really starts.
Sure thing.
Yeah, but
okay.
I feel the same way. Sorry for interrupting you, but right now I want to talk.
That's right. That's fine. No, Go ahead.
Just kidding. I just wanted to agree that I agree because I think this next game might also be going all the way into the overtime. There's definitely the potential for doing so, but putting it into a little percentage because that just gives a perspective of my thoughts. I think this one is a 60-40 for Planetkey Dynamics, as they're just a bigger organization in my eyes. They're they're a little bit more well known, and I just feel like Planetkey Dynamics, the German team, they might just have the edge over our Spanish team members from X6tence.
Yeah, I definitely, I think I actually agree with that. I don't think that there's anything that I can argue with on that front. However, I think that something that's very poignant to talk about is both of these teams are very nationalistic, very like, I guess you could say patriotic teams, like very core to the countries that they support. So X6tence obviously been a Spanish team for the last 3 years, I guess. Planetkey been German for as long as I can remember, back in the EFRAG days when they were putting on those lands. I remember like big Planetkey matches and stuff like that. Planetkey are definitely an exceptional team. I would say that they do have a little bit of advantage if they don't play the veto stage of this match like too poorly. I feel like they need to get onto a decent match here today, a decent map, and we can have a look at it from there.
Yeah, but actually, you were just talking about X6tence, saying they have been going on for 3 years. Actually, they've been around since 2004, so they go way back. Yeah, they have been out in esports. That's a time. That's a time in esports.
Yeah,
I just got into esports 2011, and they've already been around since 2004. So. They have a lot of experience.
It's like twice as long, isn't it? That's definitely a long time, and you see a lot of these veteran organizations have been out a long time. Even ones that you might not have necessarily heard of before have been around since like 2001, like 2004, 2009, and just like a lot of decent teams and a lot of lower tier teams do have a lot of tenure within them. However, I think talking about this match in specific, it is a Spanish German rivalry here today. Two teams that play each other quite a lot. Teams that play a lot of each other, see a lot of each other within ESEA and the ESL league that they're within. Definitely a interesting matchup here.
Yeah, and taking a look at some statistics, the opponent that X6tence fear the most is actually Pentasport, so another German Counter-Strike team. So maybe that's a far shot. That's a pretty far shot from here. But maybe it's also fearing that German Counter-Strike, because you were talking about those national scenes. They have some kind of same procedure in their play style. They
have a definitive style, don't they? They exactly. Definitely do have a definitive style. I would say that the German style is very regimented and very like goose step into a sight. I would say the Spanish style is a lot more firing all cylinders, and definitely I know that he doesn't play in this team, but really high impact players like Musambani used to play with these guys, and he's a great player. Everybody knows his name, and obviously X6tence have players like Kyrie and Flippin, who are big stage, big time players who have played against all of the best players.
Yeah, definitely. And something I also wanted to talk about is in the last 3 days we had betting going on here on our Twitch channel. So you were able to place bets on the teams today. Unfortunately, that's not going to be able, as we are changing our bot system right now. But still, we have our own stream currency going on. The stream currency is named Betties because the truck behind me, actually, I'm sitting in front of a great show truck. You just can't see it because you have to see my face, unfortunately. But we just named our currency Betties, and you can... Yeah, I'm just sorry. I don't know what the production was thinking, but they said, you sit here and show your face. And I was saying, no, show the truck. That's way more interesting. Yeah, but just to find an end of that story, you can still earn that Betties, you can still earn some of our currency and still make something happen with that, as you might find out in the chat. Just you will find all the information about it in there, and you can still buy real stuff with that Betties. And for every minute you're watching, you will gain 1 Betty, and in the shop you can buy t-shirts, you can buy other stuff, you can buy gaming stuff, and we also have a giveaway going on today. So everybody that's still in the chat after our last game is definitely gonna be taking part in that raffle, and we're actually giving out, you can see it to this, to the top left hand side, we're giving out those nice pins. And so just stay until the end and you won't miss out on that. Actually, yeah, definitely. Jamie is also doing it. We can do some hula moves. Great stuff. Okay, but
I'm acquainted with the dance floor.
Really?
I am built for the dance floor. Yeah.
Ooh, some Jamie moves. Maybe after the next ace we have to do some kind of a challenge that Jamie has to do some of his dance moves. Or maybe also I saw that you have you have great skills as mathematician as well, as you were saying that. Because you were saying, I was saying I'm around in esports since 2011, and X6tence they're around since 2004, and you said it's double the time. So,
that's pretty accurate.
It is pretty.
Is that
much.
A dumb thing to say? Is that a dumb thing to say?
No.
Is it a little bit?
No, definitely not. You're a man with multiple talents. That's always good. I think that's also something the ladies.
I'm a man with many talents, and the ladies do like
it. Okay, but let's get back to the Legend series right now. This is the last day of the group stage. We got some great Counter-Strike still ahead of us, as we have only seen the first game of the day. It was Venko Gaming against Nemas. 17-19 the scoreline there. And next up, our great game, X6tence against Planetkey Dynamics. We were already saying that we favor Planetkey Dynamics a little bit more in that next match coming up, maybe with a percentage 60-40. Also talking about some key players in there. Is there somebody that really has to put on a Cristiano Ronaldo-like performance in order to carry his team here through, or do you think this is gonna come down to the teams a little bit more?
Kyrie on Team X6tence is definitely a big stage player, as I was saying earlier. I think that he's a player that we need to be seeing firing on all cylinders. And if he doesn't, I feel like X6tence might fall a little bit flat. However, if he steps up, I feel like his whole team can step up around him, and Planetkey could find that a little difficult to contest with, especially with the German regimented style. I feel like the only thing to counter that is not really a better style of your own. Instead, firepower. I feel like the Spanish firepower is something that could prove to be very, very deadly in this best of one here today.
Yeah, and also you wanted to know which map we are going to play on, and it looks to be a cobblestone. Do you think this is going to favor one? Yeah, do you think this is going to favor one of these two teams?
No, I feel like it's kind of run-of-the-mill map. I don't feel like it's necessarily spectacular or anything like that. I think that if we were playing a tight regimented map like Overpass or something like that, I feel like Planetkey would have bitten at the chance to actually get on a tight map like that. However, it's a very open map. I feel like it gives X6tence a little bit of chance to actually express what they're made of and actually get a flurry of frags. And it definitely allows their star players to shine a little bit more. But this is definitely not a one-sided matchup by any means.
I also expect it to be a very close game, as we've seen before. Maybe not quite going to overtime, but this time I'm going to ask you the question, with which kind of a scoreline would you suggest here?
16-12.
16-12, yeah, something along those lines. I think that's quite accurate. I'd maybe go with 16-11 just to be special. Whoa. I don't know.
Whoa,
I'm sorry.
That is controversial.
I'm so sorry.
Too much.
You're
really pushing people's patience.
As we don't have any bets going on today, maybe we should do some private betting between us. As we were totally wrong.
Is that even legal?
I think so too. Yeah, you could always say to your friend, "Hey, I'm gonna bet you $5 that this mom is not super hot." I don't know.
Are we talking about players? Are you betting which of these male players are most attractive? You're really revealing some very, very controversial stuff on stream.
Hey, but I'd be really curious to see which of the players' moms is the hottest. But okay, let's just leave that out of here. Okay, but still, we could do some kind of betting maybe. I bet you at least 10 push-ups that my scoreline will be accurate and yours not.
I bet you 10 push-ups that I will be closer with my scoreline.
Okay, so we did a closer bet. On stream, I don't know if we can fit it in here because our production is probably gonna hate me for that. No, Sasha is gonna kill me. Okay, it's possible after the last game. So, okay, Jamie, let's actually do this. We're gonna do the push-up betting, and after the last game, we're gonna do all the push-ups at once. So maybe don't go with 10 right now. Just maybe make it 5 for each game.
I gotta do this on stream.
Hey,
I think that what we should do is we should tally up the scores, tally up who gets most, and then the loser does 25 push-ups or something bullshit like that.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. For now, you say 16-12, I say 16-11. That's definitely what's coming up, ladies and gentlemen. We have X6tence and Planetkey Dynamics getting ready here on Cobblestone, bringing you the second match of today once more. The winner of this is gonna meet Namas in the winners match coming up next, and the loser of this will not be eliminated from the tournament. They will go up against Venko Gaming after this. And we're just
then that's obviously a like an interesting matchup as well, because I feel like in those second matches, those the third and fourth best of one of the day, those are very clear cut matches, and this could be the final match. This could be the grand final to decide who actually makes it through to the main stage. That could definitely be a possibility. However, right now we've got the initial matches to find out their seeding going into the last segment of the GSL format. So definitely all to play for in this match especially.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the teams still getting ready, still taking their time. I feel like this warm-up is going quite long now. We had Namas and Venko Gaming, they were just running into the game straight away, running into that first knife round. And actually, yeah. I don't want to wait any longer for this game to start, as I'm so excited about it.
Yeah. I necessarily think that this game is going to be a decent game. I casted some Cobblestone this morning, and that was a decent match as well. We've just seen, personally, I want to see a wide range of maps. I want to see 5-6 maps, maybe not Nuke. I'm not too much of a fan of Nuke.
Oh, sorry, I love it.
You do? Do you love casting it?
Yeah, I love Nuke. I just like the map. It doesn't get played that often. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I know a observer for. In fact, I don't think I can say this on stream. In fact, no. What I was going to say, I'm not allowed to say that on stream.
Okay. I'm gonna get you out of this as we are starting the game. We are going on with the knife round here. Planetkey Dynamics going on against X6tence.
Yeah, well, obviously, this is probably not going to be a crucial knife round. I would say on Cobblestone, it's one of the least important maps to actually win it on, because you can dominate from both sides and you can win rounds from both sides. So it's not like Nuke, as we say, or a very heavily CT-sided map where you definitely, desperately need that matchup. And you need that side. However, it's going to be X6tence winning it initially. So might throw a bit of a spanner in the works. And are they going to stale switch? They are actually going to go for the CT side, but they've typed the command wrong. Of course they did. Easy peasy. X6tence is going to be starting on our CT side here today for our second best of one of the day. This is going to decide who the winners and losers are initially before we go into our deciding two best of ones. So interesting stuff for both of these teams. Both these teams desperately want to get through to our LAN final, where, as you said, €3,000 up for grabs. So
yeah,
putting a couple of shots
money on the line.
Yeah, a lot of money on the line. What were you saying?
No, let's just stick to the game here as they are fighting for the A spot. And that's Kyrie, the player you were highlighting earlier before the game started. He has to stop up for his team. So far doing quite a good job, as two players from Planetkey Dynamics already down. But now X6tence
that was a
with
crisp
a chance.
Headshot.
Coming from behind and grabbing another one. Flipping here. Very good, and the last one is in the underpass. Just retreating for now, maybe finding another angle, but he's not gonna get out, but grabbing at least another kill here for Planetkey Dynamics.
Yeah, I love that from Poles. He obviously picks up that kill, but with 3 more to find, he desperately needs a bomb plant. I think that rotating to the B site would have probably been the great port of call for this specific round. Getting the bomb down on pistol is definitely an important factor. But here today, possibly not going to do it, as X6tence have 2 players stacked up on the A site.
Nah, definitely. It seems impossible in that pistol round here to really make something happen.
Oh, yeah, and he's actually just going to get taken down instantly by Soka, who got 2 decent kills early on there. The first, somebody aggressing onto the A site, and the second to shut off that round. And Planetkey, 1-0 down. Gonna go for these buys. Gonna go for the Tech 9s. Typical German style.
Yeah. And let's see if it works out for Planetkey, if they can come back immediately here, as X6tence they have the lead for now. Nice flames preventing Planetkey from pushing too fast here.
Yeah, that's definitely important for X6tence to do that, to keep the T side out of these rounds early on. And that's something that I'd like to see from them. Planetkey definitely slowing down a little bit with the Tech 9s. You've got the run and gun potential. Slowed down by the smokes and necessarily the Molotov as well is important for them in X6tence. It buys themselves a little bit of time on the clock.
And so Planetkey Dynamics with a very slow build up here. Probably just running into a very nice setup here, and that grenade flies immediately in towards the direction of those Planetkey Dynamics players. Still 5 people alive, nothing happened. We only have 35 seconds on the clock. Soka is the first one to fall down.
Yeah, a lot of kills back and forth, and these pistols seem to be coming out on top. It's flipping. The last player alive needs to rotate in now, but this bomb still isn't down for Planetkey. They need to get it planted very quickly before flipping gets into this site. However, he's just got the UMP, and he's going for this flank, not rotating and not actually switching out any of his weapons in case he gets heard out or spotted out. But in the perfect position, both players are facing him at the same time, only losing 1 point of health though, so he's losing way more bullets than he is health. Is both members of Planetkey push him, peek him, get the kill, 1-1.
Yeah, crazily well done here in that pistol round by Planetkey Dynamics. They really managed to get something off that. And it paid off for them to just wait X6tence out here. Kyrie now making his way once more to the B-bomb side. And that seems to be the playstyle. They're just waiting it out. Planetkey Dynamics, they're just taking their time.
So, X6tence right now, they seem to be playing a very tight back, regimented style. It's obviously 1-1 after winning the pistol round. You would have hoped that they would have actually gone 3-0 ahead, but Planetkey straight back in this game with the 3 UMPs, and obviously with 2 rifles as well. A great buy to counter this X6tence aggressive buy, back off. Soka gonna go down, and Kyrie's on this site as well. Got to do something with the P250. However, I don't think he's going to. Blade does pick 2 up with his own CZ75, but a lot of damage done, and Akri comes in with another one as well, and Kyrie on this site definitely could throw a spanner in the works. He does go down before doing any serious damage. However, in this 2v2, anything can happen as X6tence closing it on this site. Specifically Arky, who's getting precariously close to this bomb planter, and Planetkey don't seem to have any say in stopping these players coming into this site. Spray down from Robson as he finds that one, and Pos with a lovely headshot to shut down the second. Planetkey string 2 in a row.
Yeah, greatly done here. Planetkey Dynamics, they seem to really roll over X6tence here in those first 3 rounds. They just lost the pistol round, the first one, but then really making good progress here in that second match of today.
Love
Slipping
it.
now making all the way to underpass. Not quite able to grab a kill for himself here.
Yeah, in Existence, obviously, with just pistols here, probably nothing that they can do, especially against these SMGs of Planetkey Dynamic. I feel like there's not a lot of chance in this round for them as they're snake trailing it through to the A site, back again. And Planetkey just holding strong. Should be trying to keep as many of these guns alive as possible. Obviously, Existence have lost like a few in a row now. They've lost 3 in a row after winning that pistol round. Do you think that they actually made any proper mistakes? Do you think they actually did anything necessarily wrong?
I didn't see that one big mistake that they were making. It were, yeah, maybe those little skirmishes that they lost. Actually, the aim could have been a little bit better, but I haven't seen that one mistake. And so far, I also like the way that they play it, that they don't go for a buy here, that they play the eco rounds and just wait until they can get the full equipment in order to really make make their way back into the game here. So far, there's nothing lost for Existence, even though Planetkey Dynamics, they have the early lead here, going up 3-1. But it still remains to be seen how this game is going to end.
So yeah, I definitely agree with you on the buy front, but a questionable play that has happened is I feel like Flippin should have probably got body armor instead of those nades. I feel like that would have definitely been an advantage for him. Existence do take the first kill. It's Kyrie with 2 on this B site, hunkering it down. Have a Planetkey. They've got 2 players left, and they're starting to make their way into this site. Pole's finding 1. It's a nice quick headshot on him to get his second kill of the round. But Existence, they've still got 3 players left.
Yeah, Robson and Pulse, they have to make it work for Planetkey Dynamics here. Patiently waiting once more, so that seems to be their style, but Pulse actually folding here, being taken out by Existence.
Yeah, big play,
And
but
actually,
only Robson left. 1 versus 3. Yeah, not enough.
Yeah, being
not
sandwiched. Yeah, in that situation where you have opponents in front and behind you, you can't really do anything.
Yeah, it's really difficult at that point to actually get out and play. However, 4 rifles on the Existence side, backed up by this AWP, who's getting aggressive, Flippin, being flashed off of that angle. Planetkey really know that this aggressive AWP's coming, and they have the perfect nade utility to counter that. Planetkey, though, with a 5 AK setup of their own, funneling into Arky. 2 headshots for him, lovely. Supported by his teammate as Arky finds his 3rd. A bit of health left as Planetkey wrapping in around him.
Yeah, great shot here, going for that triple kill, setting up his team very, very well. Just exchanging 1 kill to Planetkey Dynamics. That Molotov cocktail is not gonna reach. But Soccer then falling down.
Yeah, Krezi with the AK-47. He's got loads of nades though, but no bomb. He's about to salvage that one, moving back up to the A site. However, there are 3 members of Existence. Nobody at all rotating to B, and this could be definitely a big problem for Krezi. I disagree with his decision to go to A, obviously, from the caster camera that I have, and especially giving away all that information, feeling like Existence have his number at this point. Of a Planetkey, the last player rotating back towards B.
And so far, I haven't really seen Cressy make that big of an impact to that game. So maybe this is his time to shine. And he's all alone there on the B side. And still has enough time to plant that bomb. Now it's going to be interesting how Existence is going to react to that, as they now have to rotate over to the B side. They're only going up against that 1 man. How much of space can he really cover? If they come in from 2 different angles at the same time, I think that should be a safe round for Existence, but it goes down even earlier. They don't have to go for some trick plays here and for some communication. They just go in, kill him, and then that round falls into the hands of X6tence here.
Yeah, they made that one nice and simple, finding that kill early on. However, X6tence, they've still got enough to go for a buy on their side. However, Planetkey forced back to go for 3 separate pistols. 2 AK-47s as well, mind you. However, this is not the best buy for Planetkey Dynamics. Oh, Flippin actually sees 3 players cross, so he's changed up his field of view, changed up his angle, so he can find these players. And Arky puts down the Molotov as well to cut off a lot of position that Planetkey Dynamics can take. However, looks like they're actually going to fall back out, and if they weren't spotted by the AWP player, this rotate's not going to come in time, and Planetkey might actually have a very good push onto this B site. X6tence only with 2 players here now. It's going to be difficult for them as this rotate fully coming in, the bomb, 4 players, and now finally these Molotovs and nades coming in. Feels like Planetkey have taken a lot of map control without any real issues and without anybody saying anything about it. Kyrie playing up close to this smoke though, and X6tence, they've got a lot coming their way and not a lot of players, definitely not the 4 stat that you'd normally see on the B site to contest it. Kyrie has to back off now as these players are encroaching on his position. Pole's going to take 1 as Planetkey move onto this site. Soka finds one of his own, a second as well, backs off but straight into the waiting open arms of Krezi, who finds one of his own, and it's a 3 versus 2 here as Robson
and what a great
finds him in the
position
back
by
line.
Robson. Yeah, definitely greatly waiting up on that, and it's only Flippin alive for X6tence, and he wants to save that orb. And rightfully so, I feel like engaging there, he's not even at full HP, and by peeking around that corner, he gets taken down as well. So clean victory here in that round for Planetkey Dynamics, going up 4-3. But still, as expected, this looks like a promising close match between those 2 teams.
Yeah, they went for a quick pause as one of the players reset. However, I feel like the unpause is going to come in very quickly. And for X6tence, yeah, I feel like they kind of need it. It's their pause time. They're using a tactical pause, I think. Oh, no. They're using their pause time and they don't want to be, I think. So they want to unpause right now, and the yeah, so everybody's ready to play here. So we've got a tiny bit left of the pause time. The match is now live, and both of these teams have been very back and forth right now. Planetkey just winning the previous one. What do you think X6tence needs to do to assume some control?
They have to deny something, some kind of that map control, because you were already talking about it. Planetkey Dynamics, it seems too easy for them to gain control over the map here. So that's definitely something that X6tence have to step up, as the positions for Planetkey Dynamic, they are just a little bit too good and too easily taken. Now Kerry spotted out once more. I feel like that position so far from his teammates doesn't really clip for him. And Planetkey Dynamics just rolling over X6tence here, as there are only 2 people left for them.
Yeah, difficult stuff as Planetkey rolling ahead once again. It was only an eco round, so not really a lot of hope for X6tence, but you would have liked them to do it at least a little bit of damage, which they didn't do to the slightest in this one, which is at least disappointing, at most tragic. With 2 P250s left and bits of armor, and obviously it was a quasi buy to some extent. X6tence really need to be working with more than that.
Yeah, Planetkey now making their way to the exit. They don't want to risk losing their guns, and might even grab another kill here. And that's exactly what happens. So just 1 man standing for X6tence as the bomb explodes.
Yeah, nice work from both teams there. X6tence, despite my critique, did pick up 1 or 2 kills at the end of that round, enough to be able to buy this double AWP setup. Kyrie, obviously, with a glass cannon setup. He's been playing it towards the B site. However, yeah, he's going to be doing that once more. I think that this is a good decision, since there's no real big opportunity for him to be naded down and render that AWP useless.
And this time this is Soaker going up aggressively against Planetkey Dynamics here, grabbing 3 kills early on, and this is what they were hoping to do all the time. Another one falls, and it's only Robson alive for PKD here. Going up against...
Again, that's what I was talking about before, wasn't it? It's the star power of Kyrie, a quad kill.
Yeah. Well done. Well done this time. But to me, it feels like this was the first time that their game plan really worked out for X6tence, because they were using the same coverage all games before, but this was the only round that they could really make it work. Do you think this has something to do with the double AWP setup, which now changed into a triple AWP setup?
I feel like it definitely is. Obviously, Kyrie took 3 kills at the end of that round, before, during, and after. Kyrie almost getting that headshot as well onto the second man. He's been an absolute beast. And I feel like Planetkey aren't going to be expecting at least 3 AWPs. I think that that's going to throw a spanner in the works and a bit of confusion in the mix. They're taking a lot of kills back and forth as this is a 2v2. Soka does find another one, levels it back to a 1 versus 1. Their Arky swiftly cleans up.
Yeah, grabbing the equalizer here, but there's just 1 AWP left now, so they have to go for the rebuy if they want to, and that's expensive. So in terms of economy, they're spending loads of money here for that equalizer. But I also feel like that this is something that really clips for X6tence here. On the other hand, what do Planetkey Dynamics have to do better now to make it work against this kind of setup?
I feel like they need to just be hitting their shots, the entry kills especially. Just like that, Poles finds one and a second one as well. That's exactly what they need to be doing. Finding kills left, right, and center, coming into these sites. And Soka with another one as well. Backing off, and looks like they are going to be actually saving after that 1 kill. So not going for it in the 4v2 situation, which I would say, considering their money is very, very low, is a good decision.
Yeah, Kyrie now saving that AWP.
Yeah, nice stuff from Kyrie, obviously, to be able to save that AWP, and his teammate saving an AK-47 as well. Crucial weapons into the 12th round. And if X6tence want to get off of this 5 mark and get closer to 7 or 8, which is the sort of scoreline on the CT side of Cobble that you should be attributing towards and you should be aiming for, I feel like he definitely needs to be keeping that AWP alive and to do a lot of work for it. If we just take Kyrie for an example, who I said would be the star player of this matchup, and I said he has to step up for X6tence if they want to win. He's only on 7 kills, and considering he got 4 in a single round, that shows how poorly he's been playing otherwise.
Yeah, exactly, and the rounds that he really made his skills work, were the rounds that X6tence convinced me the most.
That was genius! Yeah. That was such nice movement!
Yeah,
that was phenomenal play by Kyrie.
2 HP left on him though, and there's still 3 guys alive for Planetkey Dynamics making their way to the B spot, but actually not really though, spread out widely, so looking for an entry.
Yeah, Alex is holding down this angle quite effectively. However, Arky, definitely, if there was no support there, definitely could have been a kill. But only Kyrie and Blade left, being mollied out, the AWP finishing him off.
Nice
Kyrie
shot.
with 2 HP. Feel like he's going to get taken down. Does find a shot, a lovely one at that, but still needs to make his way into this site with these 2 Planetkey Dynamic players who aren't going to let him, picking up an AWP for themselves. And Krezi Gonna steal that round away from Kyrie, who got a genius triple kill.
Yeah, definitely. So Kyrie with a peak performance here in that last round, but still X6tence not able to follow it up. And another round for Planetkey Dynamics. So let's get back talking about Kyrie, that he has to carry his team maybe a little bit here, because we're talking about all of these players are high-skilled players, but you were just pointing out that Kyrie has that leading role. Still, he had a great performance last game. Why did his team not follow it up?
Well, if your team aren't firing on all cylinders, you can't rely on just the one guy to pull you through, can you? It's just a case of multiple players of X6tence not showing up. If we have a look at the scoreboard, Flippin's on 2 kills, and everybody else is kind of bunched up together. So we can't be saying Kyrie's a god and everybody else is doing trash. However, nobody's really been consistently stepping up on Planetkey. It's been a kind of similar affair with Odo and Alex kind of lacking behind with 3 players up top. It just feels like it's been quite a close game, back and forth.
Yeah, exactly. For now, Planetkey Dynamics, if they grab another round here, they might get a little bit more comfortable with that lead. If they can make it 8-5. On the other hand, 6-7, that seems to be way closer. For now, they're going back to A, and Otto now with a nice shot. Cressy been taken down, not following his team. And there they go, that Molotov cocktail. Not finding anybody, landing on the roof.
Yeah, and Planetkey once again romping another round home, and that's been 3 in a row for the German side. A brilliant performance from them, as X6tence has actually been stuck back on 5. They've had a bit of luck early on, obviously taking the pistol round, and only 5 rounds or only 4 rounds after that isn't too good a performance, and possibly not going to take this one either, as Flippin's the only player with armor on the CT side. Cressy just assassinating Blade's jump, as this B site seems all too quickly super compromised, as Planetkey just taking it slowly, not deciding when or where to go in yet, and definitely not committing that bomb to anywhere. They seem to be playing a very lax, laid back, passive style on the T side, which X6tence have no counter for, since they're taking early damage, and then after that the T's are just picking them apart.
And Otto now making some action here on the B side, whereas his teammates are elsewhere, looking for some trouble. And I also, grabbing up that patience you were talking about, I really like to see that, just doing that slow build-up. And Planetkey Dynamics, they seem to be the masters of this technique, as they're just going in at the right moment and grabbing the kills when your opponent is maybe a bit worn out of just watching that same corner for a minute. And we see a 9-5 coming up here. But do not forget that soon the sides are going to switch, so it remains to be seen how Planetkey Dynamics, how they can do on that CT side.
Yeah, halftime here today will probably be a big break in momentum. Obviously, round 15 is the end of this half. Planetkey desperately want the double digits in this one. However, Flippin gonna take one, but no more, as Arky chips in as well. Fight keeps that man advantage on the CT side. However, these T's starting to run closer and closer to this site as the rotate comes in. Seems like X6tence has a setup primed to defeat this this T push. However, the bomb rotating out, Robson staying true to the cause, staying on this A site, and with the nades as well. Looks like the CTs might actually read this, as the bomb goes down. Means that Robson has a big job to do, and yeah, finally Alex gonna place it.
Yeah, no, X6tence once more We had kind of a similar situation before, but Robson waiting up there for the ball. If he just thrown that Molotov cocktail down there, I'm sure he would have gotten another kill. But for now, Kyrie strolling on, and there's still enough time, even though he does not have a kit. 5 seconds left on the bomb, but that is gonna go through, and this is gonna be a victory, at least one more in the first half here for X6tence.
Yeah, that was almost quite heart-pounding. Watching Planetkey take that 4v2 back to a 2v2 seems like they actually had a chance, but then on out, Alex missed 1 or 2 further shots, and Planetkey lost the footing that they actually earned by moving to that B site, and obviously it's a bit too much to ask for to hit a 4v2 every single time. 6-9 though for Team Planetkey, who have moved to the CT side, a quick half time, as they're buying 4 sets of Kevlar. The kit is on Robson. And one last
And I feel like this could already be an important round.
Yeah, 100%, I agree.
If Planetkey Dynamics, if they can make it work here, they can just go on and take the momentum that they were building up in the first half. But for now, it looks pretty
I
much
definitely agree with
even.
that.
Everybody waiting. Nice
what a lovely
shots
headshot.
here.
That was a gorgeous
Yeah,
headshot from Poles.
Paul's really playing very well today. I really like his performance on the side of Planetkey Dynamics. We were only talking about Kyrie from X6tence, but I really like what Robson and Pauls are doing on the side of PKD. I really like to see that.
Yeah, I love it as well. They've been really showing us and proving us why they earn their spots on these teams. Superior firepower so far in X6tence. Not out of the game just yet. However, Kyrie with a P250. I wouldn't actually say that this is the best case scenario for him to have this weapon, but he has rotated into mid, and Otto spotting it out. Krezi hitting the shot anyway, as this bomb moves into the A site, as all of these players fall. It's just Kyrie with this lonely P250 and a flash left. And he has got the bomb, but he hasn't got much health. Only 32 for him, as trying to work his way into this site, but he's got CTs left, right, and center. It's possibly going to be a knife kill. Looking for it, and after time, what a disaster! But that was a coordinated attempt from Planetkey to make sure he has no money. And if you see Takari's money, he's got $300. Disaster for the T's.
Very well done here, and we see the replay once more, or actually not, we're jumping right back into the live game. And Planetkey Dynamics.
Wow, some crazy stuff there in the second pistol round, though.
Yeah,
an insane
definitely.
show of events there.
How much of an advantage is this going to be for Planetkey Dynamics getting that early start also in the second half? Do you think this is going to matter much?
Well, I think it actually depends on this round. If they win this one, then obviously they're going to have a full eco to fall back on next. And obviously the whole deal with Kyrie is a little bit devastating. It's helped by the fact that they were going to go for a buy anyway. It's not like he got the bomb down. Well, no, if he got the bomb down, then he wouldn't be dying after time. But if another event would have happened, I just feel like Planetkey have all the wind in their sails right now. And yeah, they are the favourites, but they're proving why they're the favourites. Unlike Namasa did last best of one, it feels like Planetkey are really showing why they're superior early on.
Yeah, nice flashy though. But just granting 1 kill, not more. X6tence now making their way to the A side. Arky and Flippin, the last 2 players standing, and Alex with a nice position here. Great shot onto Arky.
Yeah, Flippin does find one of his own with the Tech 9. However, he's got a couple more to find. And Krezzy right round this corner, gonna shoot him in the dome. 6-11 for Planetkey as they do creep ahead. And back to your question that you said, how much does it matter? I said it relied on that round. I can answer your question now. It matters a lot that they won those first 2 rounds because they've got a full eco here. Kyrie's money has stabilized with the rest of his team due to the bye. However, Planetkey are far, far ahead. And if they can win this round with 4 or 5 players alive, they're going to be in a prime position to take this map. Being 6 rounds ahead is a very big deal. And they have actually lost Alex early on, losing a young P as well, which is a little bit of a problem, considering that he was playing against all Glocks and no armor. However, 6-12 would be a decent scoreline, and 4 players alive would still be decent.
Yeah, but also something that I was lacking in the first match. We just saw a 4-man rush working quite well here for X6tence, just being aggressive, playing it quick. That worked out pretty well, but in the end they get taken out as they retreated and did not push through there. And Planetkey Dynamics just grabbing another round now to score 12-6.
Lovely stuff from Planetkey, obviously. Taking that 12th round was one of the crucial points of this game, and just like climbing as of that pistol round, because it's so easy. We've seen it happen today, this series, and earlier my matches earlier today for Mixed Spot, that we see it so commonly that you'll win a pistol round and then just lose, and you'll just lose 5 rounds in a row or something. This is something that Planetkey haven't been doing. And did you hear that? Alex actually got the information that somebody had pushed through that Molotov, and why did he get the nade out? He heard him. He heard the burning, and he shouldn't have done that. That was a huge misplay from the Planetkey AWPer. So X6tence now need to be going onto this site with another kill, 3 versus 5, and this is important for them to actually get this bomb down and get the 7th round on the board and close it down. They can't afford to be 7 rounds behind. They can afford to be on 7 rounds and 5 rounds behind, though, as they plant this bomb, boosting over and everything. Planetkey instead deciding to save this time.
I'm not too sure, as they're still they're slowly on their way, but there might be something in their minds. But yeah, as the time passes by, I just realized that's stupid to try something here. They're probably just going for the safe. They're so far ahead. They should not take too many risks here.
Yeah, so I definitely agree with you. I definitely agree with you. They're quite far ahead economically. And how do you think Planetkey's economy is actually going to shape the rest of this game?
Well, actually, the team with the better economy definitely has the upper hand in terms of weapons and in terms of buy-ups. But that's something that can always swing into the other direction pretty quickly. So if we have seen the first round going on with, I think it was 5 rounds, 5 consecutive wins for Planetkey Dynamics. If X6tence can put something on like that, this might change very quickly. But for now, Planetkey Dynamics, they're still in a great shape here, taking a look at all the equipment that they were able to buy. So it still remains to be seen what X6tence can really put against it.
Yeah, and that's something that's really important. Obviously, like keeping that money as well is just phenomenal. And Planetkey, with such a good buy here, they should be looking to close this one out sooner rather than later. X6tence playing this one very slowly, but looks like they are going to favor this B site instead. They definitely could go to A and rotate this bomb back. However, I don't think that they're going to do it. With all the nades coming through from Planetkey, it could be a difficulty, to say the least. However, if Otto puts a couple of shots through the smoke, it's a bit, the angle's a little bit off. However, X6tence, it's a 5v5, and Kyrie's already made a lot of map control, and he has got an AWP, and like using and utilizing all of the positional advantage that you have in Counter-Strike is one of the biggest ways you can win. But Krezzy, he flanks in, gets 2 of his own. Blade needs to spray down way more than that, and he does. He gets 2. However, he does need a hell of a lot more, as Alex is holding down this angle. Only 15 seconds left, but it's a shot he'll never miss. 13 for Planetkey.
Yeah, great job. And I feel like all the time that X6tence tries to make something happen again, Planetkey Dynamics, they just shut it down early enough to really prevent X6tence from finding their rhythm here. On the other hand, X6tence now still able to get some AKs. So also their economy, it had been worse already for them. The nades flowing in now here on the B spot. Flippin' on his way to the sky.
Yeah, with the 5 AK setup as well, it's one of X6tence's last chances. You can see they've barely got any money left. It's one of their last chances to really get back in this game and make something work now. Planetkey desperately want to just be closing them out and be straight through to that winner's round, but if shots like that have anything to say about it, Blade isn't going to give up just yet as he moves himself into connector as well. As Krezi actually peeking through the corner of that smoke definitely could do work, and he does. Takes flipping down, salvages an AK-47 for his trouble as well. And look at Pose's angle. I don't think the X6tence are actually going to recognize this or notice it, as Blade thinks he's holding down a decent angle. He gets taken out, and Pose doing damage 1 and 2. Odo taking 1 as well. Blade, the last man alive. He has snuck his way into connector and back onto the A site now. However, he hasn't done much damage with all of his positional advantage. Trying to take Pose down, looking for the first, but he can't do it. It's Krezi sprays him through the wall, and 14-7's the scoreline. It's X6tence almost down and out. They don't seem to have anything left.
Yeah, and the shots came in there from 2 angles, so not much that Flippin could do, Blade could do there. Flippin now making his way once more, probably to the sky. And throwing a nade down into the dropper. For now, I just love what the teams do at the beginning of every game. They just nade each other out. So much smoke, molotovs, and frag nades. They do it always. They just delay the game by at least 30 seconds. But for now,
yeah, that initial damage is important, but Otto does take 2.
And this looks like another easy round here for Planetkey Dynamics, as only Flippin manages to stay alive until he is also caught. And this sets up a 15-17 here for Planetkey Dynamics. So it's now or never.
Scoreline. Yeah, this is a very big scoreline for the German side against the Spaniards. Only with pistols left, X6tence with not a lot of hope in actually taking this. Needs 7 in a row, 8 in a row actually for just overtime. However, Planetkey won't be letting that happen. To their dismay, the Molotovs go down. Here are the further smokes and the spray down coming through. Pulse takes 1, 2, 3. So much damage, and Soka and Flippin, the last 2 left, and they're going towards the B site. He'll be greeted by Krezi, but he's been firing on all cylinders. He's got an AK-47 of his own, so if he's not looking the right way, definitely could be something. But I think he's actually heard Soka on this B site, and he has right around this corner. Finds a headshot, easy peasy. Flipping the last man alive and gets taken out. 7-16 for Team Planetkey, and that is a dominating scoreline. I don't know how else to say it or any other words to say about that, but that's definitely not a two-sided game.
Yeah, definitely. Planetkey Dynamics putting on a great show here, showing us why they are the favorites to make it out of the group stage. And this has been their first meeting with X6tence. Maybe or probably those 2 teams are going to meet again in the group finals. At least that's what I expect.
Yeah, I expect the same.
Yeah, but what a great performance here on Cobblestone. I really didn't expect it to be that clear here for Planetkey Dynamics. So a great job by the Germans, and we hope that you enjoy all the action so far. We have seen 2 great games today. Actually, Venko Gaming against Namasi, the first match went to overtime. It was crazily tightened. Our last game that we just saw, X6tence going up against Planetkey Dynamics, a bit more one-sided, but maybe there's still something in for X6tence as they will face Venko Gaming in the losers bracket. Our next match is going to be Namas against Planetkey Dynamics, but before we jump into that, we're going to do 5 minutes of a break, so grab something to eat, grab something to drink, get yourself fresh again, and then we're going to meet here again with me, Maynard Teacox, and Jamie.
See you in a minute.